It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And the spotlight is on these Chiefs' versatile running back. He had a nice effort a week ago with a pair of touchdowns. It's the Chiefs and the Broncos on Sunday night.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now back to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. On second down, a run with Patterson. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
And he will have a Broncos first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. The Broncos at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. First and 10, it's Patterson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This defense for the Chiefs, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Patterson running between the tackles. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because it really has them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tim Patrick, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now here's Mahomes. He finds his man, Sky Moore. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Boy, 30 more yards and another first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. No gain on the screen there, and second down. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. And again, it's Mahomes. Finding his safety valve here, that's complete. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal. They nearly have the touchdown, but it's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead, it's the Chiefs in possession. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. To throw, it's Mahomes. He finds Moore in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from evening this one up.
1st and goal, forget running the football, forget establishing anything. Just put it in the end zone with a pass for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the defense off guard. They were expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think 1st and goal from the 1, you're thinking running play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
He showed off the athletic juke, but it didn't buy him a whole lot of real estate. Back to throw here. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. first down. He'll drop to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call when they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun now on third down. And that will be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. From the 16, Mahomes.
No hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to look deep for more. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He's going to take another shot here.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. He'll drop to throw.
On the slant, completes to Sutton. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Back to throw now on first down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle.
Down to about the 22 here. The Broncos on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
On play action, they'll throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Terrell Lewis able to get in there and drop him behind the line. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the pressure gets to him again. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sutton. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The kick by McManus is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And it's intercepted.
And the Broncos are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He went with a dime look on defense. Two extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Mahomes throw on target to James.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Mahomes picked by his ex-teammate Marcus Peters.
And the Broncos are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, as the first half is winding down.
And the Broncos would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 2nd and a yard, Mahomes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we come up.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail. Underway now on EA Sports. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs.
And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Broncos are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys. But let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll go with the option, coming right. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. And looky there, Charles, just acquired, already making an impact on the defensive side of the football.
Maybe not a superstar, but he does a few things well, and I think they'll emphasize that in his new role with this team.
And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. Here's Mahomes to throw.
Quickly to Kelsey. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now here's Mahomes.
A throw right side taken in by the tight end Gray.
Touchdown!
Noah Gray.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs are back within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Denver's offense now set to go. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Now Patterson to start the drive.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
2nd and 11. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
56 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd and 2. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That was Justin Reed, the safety, who got to the quarterback.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
KC's offense ready to take over. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
James has got it. Complete.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by Tony.
And he goes out right around the 39. Throwing now is Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 39. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And again, it's Mahomes.
Over the middle.
Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Straight ahead, Patterson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 52 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait, because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Now a give to Mostert running right.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll indeed take a knee. The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy with that.
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this one will wind up a Denver.